Hi, folks. This week's webinar, um, I've titled it "Why Slowing Down Speeds Things Up." Um, and we're going to explore something that goes completely against our modern conditioning, how we've been trained to act in terms of achieving things. So the concept is the idea that you slow down might actually help you to go faster. Um, so if you've ever found yourself rushing through Light Minds, for example, as a program, or doing anything, rushing to lose weight, rushing to get fitted into shape, rushing to achieve anything at work, where you're counting the days, ticking the boxes, just trying to get things done, you won't be alone. That's how we all go about it because that's how we've been conditioned and trained to do things. But the problem with that is that transformation doesn't respond to pressure. It actually responds to presence. And that's what this webinar is all about. How counterintuitively slowing down can actually create real momentum for you. So in the email, this week's email, I said most people try to speed their way into transformation. They uh, pile on steps, do challenges, they put pressure on themselves, and they hope that they will get faster results. Well, they hope they'll get results first, and then they'll get faster results. But paradoxically, that pressure that they're creating often slows everything down. It tightens the system. So, you constrict, you have stress, and through that all happening, your thinking becomes clouded. And you'll know that every time you feel pressure, and that's the difficulty that we face. So when we slow down, what happens is we see things more clearly because our nervous system settles. And then we're in a calmer place, or a wiser place, a kinder place, where we can make much more effective choices. But those choices actually become more obvious to us as well. Part of the problem when we're trying to solve problems is that we're whirring around in our head and we can't see anything. And what's really important is the mind settles down, then you see things more clearly. So this isn't about laziness or a lack of drive. It's about the quality of awareness behind your actions. Well, many years, well, actually, this is how far back it was. When I was at university, I did a course, an FA Prelim Award course, Football Association course, as a coach. And one of the things that we had to do was actually, obviously do all the exercises and things. And at one point, we were doing an exercise, and the person teaching us called a halt, and he looked at me and he said, "Nick, why do you run around so much? Why do you chase everything?" And I said, "To get the ball, to stop the team from advancing." He said, "If you ever watch any really good player of any sport, they seem to have time. They don't rush around. They can see things clearly. They see things before other people. They know where to be because they are understanding, because they've got clarity where the action's going to happen. They don't just chase everything around." So why do we rush? Well, it's because we've been trained from an early age to equate speed with success. You've heard the things, work harder, push through, don't waste time. And that conditioning runs really deep in us. So when we're trying to change anything, we still follow the same thing, whether that be, trying to change our health or habits around that. We apply the same principle of high energy, chasing fast results. The thing is, we're kind of like fearing we'll be left behind. If it doesn't happen quickly, it won't happen. That, of course, creates more contaminated thinking than we had before. Um, but what happens when we do that is we become very reactive. We make reactive decisions to our food, to our behavior, to our mindset, and we miss what our body's trying to tell us. We lose touch with the deeper process that's unfolding within us. So think of it in another way. Think it driving like driving in thick fog. Now, does it help to go faster? Will that get you there quicker? Well, actually, it probably just increases the chances of you crashing and going off course. Slowing down is not a weakness. It's often a case of being wise because it allows you to see things. What slowing down really means um, is not about doing nothing. Slowing down isn't about stopping your progress or lowering your goals. It's about changing the pace of your mind. It's about taking a pause before reacting, breathing before reaching for food, checking in before committing to another challenge you're going to do. It's about moving with awareness. And instead of being on autopilot, that's something that most people are on. If you look around you, they're on autopilot. And the moment you slow down, the system slows down. Your system. Clarity appears. Your choices come from calm, not chaos. And those calm choices tend to last because they're actually aligned. They're not being forced. Now, there's a science behind this. When we rush, our nervous system flits into fight or flight mode. Cortisol spikes, our focus narrows, and we lose access to the part of the brain responsible for long-term thinking and self-regulation. But when we slow down, even briefly, we drop back into rest and digest. Rest and digest, that pause time. That's when the body can actually listen. It can heal and regulate. Now, some of you would have seen that sometimes I use the snow globe. And when it's shaken, you can't see anything clearly. It's swirling around. But when I stop shaking it, all the flakes settle and suddenly the scene is visible. You have clarity. The same goes for your mind. The stillness reveals what's already there. So why don't we try it? Try this for a moment, right now. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take a moment to stop. Feel your feet on the floor. Take a slow breath. Breathe in and let it out gently. And notice how your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches, and your thoughts quieten down a little, just a little, but they quieten down. That's it. That's slowing down. It takes less than 30 seconds, yet it changes everything. So before your next meal, maybe a conversation you're about to have or a decision you're going to make, pause for half a minute. Don't rush it. You don't have to get it right. Just breathe. Feel your feet and let your awareness lead. That tiny gap between stimulus and response is where transformation happens. So, when you're doing the program, slow down your meals, taste, chew, notice when you've had enough. Slow down your self-talk. Catch the shoulds before they spiral out of control. Slow down when you're even doing check-ins. Reflect. There's nothing to fix, so don't rush to fix. Slow down all of your patterns before you do things. Slow down your behaviors. And then you'll spot the patterns, the things that's causing you to do things. You'll hear it. And this slowing down will give you access to the greater wisdom that's already inside you. you become much more responsive and less reactive. And that's really how lasting change takes place. The slower you go, the faster you integrate, because nothing really happens through pressure. It happens through presence. So, if you catch yourself hurrying to get there, remember, you're already in the process of becoming who you're meant to be. Slowing down doesn't stop progress, it allows you to breathe. So take a pause. I hope you found that useful, folks.